so many people with marketing degrees who are extremely disgruntled about the result of their degree because they didn't need it. They never needed it. And that's something that begs conversation, but they could have just checked. They could have just looked at marketing roles and seen, oh, wait a minute. It's not like I need this for a license to get into marketing. I could just learn marketing principles. I can just learn marketing software. I can just learn marketing tools, and then I can just apply for marketing jobs and get the exact same ones.
So give us some examples.
So a good example would be a digital marketing manager. You do not need to buy a college degree for that. There's no license. There's no state that issues a license that says you must fulfill this many hours from a bachelor's degree from an accredited university or college before you can apply for this marketing job. No, they only care that you know what's going on, that you know how to do it, that you have some proof and some evidence that you can do the actual work. If you have a portfolio that says, look, I've managed these ads, or I've run these campaigns, or I've done these things, just submit that. But there is no legal requirement for you to have paid a college in order to get those jobs. None. Zero.
Give me an example of a legally required degree.
CPA. You have to fulfill a certain amount of bachelor's degree hours in order to get a CPA license. You can be an accountant, but you cannot be a CPA. Those are different things. That apparently was a really controversial take on TikTok, but you can be an accountant or a bookkeeper without being a CPA, and people have really confused those two things. Those are not the same job.
This is something that I can speak to. I was an accountant, I was a bookkeeper, and I'm not a CPA.
Exactly.
I held the job title of accountant. Like that was the job title, and I fulfilled the roles and the duties of an accountant. I just wasn't a certified public accountant.
If someone wanted to become an accountant, let's say, what would you say that they need in order to actually get that job?
In order to be an accountant, you have to have a really good base of accounting. Wow. Shocker, Ryan. I mean, this is why you come to the Degree Free podcast.
It's this kind of earth-shattering information that we live for.
Shocker. But what I mean by that is like, okay, so it's very difficult to get that, right? And so accounting is one of those things where a lot of people, you say that you have to go to college in order to be educated in the accounting field, which is just inaccurate. But the colleges help in that they do have classes for accounting. But you could also just go and take a course on business accounting 101 on something that doesn't require any money or have college degree requirements. If you are starting from the ground up and you want to go into the bookkeeping accounting role, one of the places that you could start to gain experience is going to be going into companies' accounts receivables and accounts payables roles. Those are basically just clerks that are rounding up invoices and making sure things are paid and that you are getting paid. But doing those things, you start to understand, okay, this is what a receivable is. This is what accounts payable is. This is what a T account is, right? This is what double entry bookkeeping looks like, right? And using all of that in practice. So say that you are taking a course online or through some other means, and then you also get an accounts receivable job, then you start to understand how your role rolls up into accounting in general. So what does it all mean? Just like anything else with accounting, it is understanding terms, defining terms. That is really where you're going to find the highest lift when you're first starting out, right? So yes, get an entry level job somewhere, accounts receivable, accounts payable, an accounting clerk, those types of roles, which I think largely in the next few years are going to be going away. So you might want to jump on this soon. Accounting in general is going to see a massive shift in
the robot should be doing that.
Yeah, well, at least that type of role, it's going to be seeing a massive shift. But right now, they still need it. We still need it, especially with data privacy issues and data privacy concerns. Because unless you work for literally an accounting firm, your company isn't going to take the risk of introducing the AI to your data and your role and exposing all the other stuff. I mean,
they have to do so much due diligence to make sure it's secure and compliant. Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then they could just hire you for $14 an hour, $10 an hour to do the exact same thing. And you're not risking as much of the data privacy issues,
right?
At least right now.
Oh, no, that actually makes a lot of sense. You made a pretty good case for human accounting, actually,
Yeah, well, at least clerking.
in the temporary future, for sure.
So learning the terms really matters. Just getting back to it, learning the terms really matters. So, what is an income statement? What is a profit and loss statement? Same thing. I don't know. We got a general accepted accounting principles. Those are GAAP principles. What is EBITDA, right? Like, what is cash flow? And so learning these terms will really help to get your feet wet